One of the biggest misconceptions in private label skincare is that if a client buys your product once, you've succeeded. And that's usually not the case. The first purchase tells you that they're interested. The second purchase tells you that your product has earned a place in their routine. Because the real question isn't whether someone bought your product, it's whether they felt compelled to buy it again and again and again. And that's where many private label lines struggle. I see spa owners, med spa owners, and indie beauty founders invest months in creating beautiful product lines only to discover that clients buy once and never come back for more. The surprising part is that the problem usually isn't the formula, it isn't the packaging, and it isn't necessarily the price. The problem is that the product was purchased but never actually adopted, and there's a big difference. Today, I want to show you why clients buy private label products once and never again, and what commercially successful spa and med spa founders do differently. Let's be honest. If clients aren't repurchasing, you're constantly replacing revenue instead of building it. Every month starts from zero. You're relying on new clients to keep retail sales moving rather than generating repeat purchases from existing ones. Over time, this creates a ceiling on growth because the strongest private label businesses aren't built on first purchases. They're built on retention and repeat purchases. And that's when retail revenue becomes more predictable. And it's also when your product line starts generating revenue beyond the treatment room. This is when everything changes for your private label line because it becomes a meaningful part of your business rather than simply another service extension. The reason this matters is because there's a commercialization gap. Here's a mistake I see time and time again. Founders spend most of their time thinking about the sale, but then very little time thinking about adoption. The product gets recommended, the client buys the product, everyone feels successful. But nobody asks what happens next. How does the client use the product? Where does it fit into their routine? How often should they use it? And what results should they expect? When should they reorder the product? Without those answers, even a great product can struggle. Here's the framework. Adoption begins in the treatment room, not at the retail shelf. When I'm evaluating whether a private label product has strong repeat purchase potential, there are 4 things I look for. Number 1, is it easy to adopt? The easiest products to repurchase are often the easiest products to use. Think cleansers, moisturizers, and daily serums. Products that naturally fit into existing and daily skincare routines. The more behavioral change required, the harder adoption becomes. So ask yourself, does this product easily fit into my client's daily routine? If the answer is no, adoption becomes much more difficult. Number 2, does it solve a problem the client actually feels? Clients don't repurchase ingredients, they repurchase outcomes. Brighter skin, less dryness, fewer breakouts, improved texture. The more clearly a client experiences the benefit, the more likely they are to reorder. If the benefit feels vague or difficult to see, repurchase rates often suffer. Number 3, do you have a clear hero product? This is one of the biggest mistakes I see in private label. Everything gets equal attention. 5, 6, even 7 products getting the same attention all at once, all competing for attention. But successful retail businesses usually have one clear entry point, one hero product, the product clients continue to ask for. The same product that practitioners continue to recommend. Basically the product that anchors the entire retail conversation. Focus drives adoption and adoption drives repurchase. Number 4, is there a natural replenishment cycle? Not every product contributes equally to repeat revenue. Some products are replenished every 30 or 60 days. Others may last 6 months. When evaluating your assortment, think about how often a client realistically needs to repurchase again. The goal isn't simply to launch products. The goal is to build a product line that supports long-term retail growth so that these 4 levers should never be an afterthought. For example, let's say a spa launches a 5-product private label skincare line. Over time, they notice one product consistently outperforms the others. Clients understand it, they use it regularly, they talk about it, they come back for it. Meanwhile, several other products barely move. That's not because they're bad products, it's because the clients haven't fully connected them to a meaningful outcome, or they never became part of a consistent routine. The lesson here isn't that one product is necessarily better, it's that one product achieved adoption, and adoption is what creates repeat purchase behavior. And by the way, for the remaining 4 products that trail behind the hero, there's a way to smartly bundle, upsell, or cross-sell them so that they become part of the hero system and also get purchased. As an action step, take a look at your current private label assortment or the assortment you're planning to launch and ask yourself this question: which product in my assortment has the strongest evidence of client adoption? The answer isn't always your newest product, and it isn't necessarily even your best formula or your highest margin product. It's the product clients consistently use, understand, repurchase, and recommend. And if that product is already emerging inside your assortment as a winning product, ask yourself whether you're treating it like a hero product and building systems around it. In my experience, I've seen beauty founders spread their attention evenly across every SKU, but commercial growth often comes from doing exactly the opposite. The strongest private label businesses usually have one product that leads the entire conversation, drives adoption, and creates repeat purchase behavior. So instead of asking how to sell more of everything, ask yourself whether you should be building your retail strategy around one product that clients already love and demand. If you're building a private label skincare line and want a more strategic approach to product adoption, hero product strategy, retail performance, and long-term commercialization, my Private Label Growth Toolkit is a great resource. It's a self-guided commercialization framework designed to help spa and indie beauty founders, med spa owners, and estheticians improve product adoption, retail performance, product retention, and long-term growth. For more information, visit ateliersky.com/private label. And if this video was helpful, subscribe for more commercialization and growth strategies designed to help spa and indie beauty founders build a stronger and more profitable private label business. Thank you, and see you in the next.